Today I'm going to be going over the VersionTECH Ergonomic Gaming Mouse. As of June 2016, it currently costs $9.89. This price can change in the future as newer versions can come out, but I'm reviewing the current model that I've gotten, or this approximately 2 days ago, came with Prime, and I'm going to go over the pros first, and I'm going to go over the cons. Now, what I like the most about this mouse is the color display. The mouse looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of the actual light show, the light display. Whoever designed it, whoever did the transitions on it, did a wonderful job. It's quite soothing to watch, and the transitions, I don't know if you can see the front ones, there's one here, one here, one here, and I believe an additional one underneath. But the transitions are smooth, they're not harsh at all, and it's quite a beautiful touch, I gotta say. Out of all the mice I've seen on Amazon, this is perhaps the best looking one just because of the LEDs. That said, I'm going to go over into some other details now. The shape itself, this is a shape that's popular because I'm assuming the mold is easily available for other manufacturers to use. This shape is common across dozens of other mice on Amazon. I'm a fan of this shape. I quite like it. I am a palm grip user, like so. I cup the mouse in my hand. Other people are claw grip users, which means they use the mouse kind of like this. For me, this shape is perfect. I honestly love this shape. If I could buy sort of bulk amounts of this shape, I'd love it. It's phenomenal. I enjoy it. The left and right click, it's firm. The switches actuate easily. Tactile feedback, like so. The clicking is not too loud, but you can hear it. Other than that, it's a comfortable mouse to use because of the shape, but I'm going to go into the cons now, and there are many of them in my opinion, so much so that I would not be buying this mouse again. In fact, I would not recommend this mouse to people who are looking to game, I don't want to say professionally, but seriously. Now, the glaring issue with this mouse is the sensor. I'm going to block off the little laser here so you can read this, but it's Hemzone Excellent Top GFME equipment. Now, not sure what Hemzone is. I'm assuming it's just the company that makes the mouse. There's a lot of this kind of stuff, especially with products that come out of China. You don't really know who's making this. Now, it says VersionTECH on the Amazon page. I don't believe it says VersionTECH anywhere on this mouse. So, not sure if that's a manufacturing issue or if that's just an outsourcing issue, but this sensor, I'll show you a clip later down the line of why this sensor is bad. And it is so bad, in fact, that it ruins the mouse completely for me. At lower speeds, so something like this, there's no issue. But if you swipe quickly like this, the sensor just does not work. I'll show you a clip soon of what that actually looks like and why that's an issue. But for me, the sensor is the biggest problem with this mouse, and I would not recommend this mouse because of it. It's not worth the $10. It will frustrate you, it will make you mad, and overall you will return it or throw it out. Big issue number 2. The back buttons, back and forward buttons, I don't know if you can see, but there are several millimeters of give before the switch actually starts working, so you haven't heard a click yet, right? There's a millimeter to give, and now I'm going to actually click it. So right there. That's a couple millimeters before the switch actually starts working and detects that you have clicked. Now, it's mushy. I don't like that. I'm not really a fan. I like firm buttons. If they could, I don't know if this is the same switch as the left and right click, but certainly I'm not a fan of the forward and back button. You can slap it around like that. I don't like these switches. The scroll wheel, very thin. Not a fan of this. It's not very comfortable to use, and the actual indentations or rivets inside the mouse wheel, or the scroll wheel rather, are not very accentuated. It's a mushy feeling. You don't really feel each individual tick on the scroll wheel. I don't like that. The actual click itself is firm. I have no issue with that. The click is firm. but the actual scrolling, I could see there being an issue with it. Also, there's a little bit of give in the perpendicular axis right here, as you can see. Moves left and right. That's not normally an issue, but there's quite a lot of it in this mouse. Next issue that I have is this grip tape right here. I'm not a fan of these little cutout slots. They are not comfortable for my thumb. Other people might find it nice. Personally, I'm not a huge fan. Doesn't actually provide much grip at all, and quite honestly, it's just distracting. Oh, I forgot. This braided cable, I do like this braided cable. Forgot to mention that as one of the pros. Braided cables are nice. I can't see there being any issue with the cable itself as cause of failure in this mouse, but other than that, I can't say I would recommend this mouse. The sensor, I'll show you a clip right now of what the issues are. And on higher end gaming mice, I'm not going to name any brands, but higher end gaming mice, somewhere $30 to $60, you're going to be seeing none of these issues with the sensor. The sensor is the absolute most important part in the mouse. It is single-handedly the most important part. It's what translates your movement on the mouse pad to in-game movement, and if you don't have a good sensor, you're not going to have a good mouse. Simple as that. So here's the footage of the in-game tracking, and again, I would not recommend this mouse. So I'm going to show you what fast swiping on this mouse looks like, and you're going to see some noticeable tracking issues. At lower speeds, it's completely fine. As you can see, if I move left to right, there's no issues. So if I were a higher sensitivity player, and I were doing, let's say, if I looked something like this, then it'd be fine, it'd be perfect. Now, it probably looks weird on the camera because the frame rate's a little low, but if you're a high sensitivity player and you turn like this, then it's no problem. It won't be a problem for you. But I am a low sensitivity player, and this is what happens when I swipe quickly. See that? For comparison, I'll show you. This is a 12-inch ruler, so you can see roughly for scale how wide I'm swiping, how fast I'm swiping. So normally at a slow swipe, this will be a 180, and this will be a 360. Now I'll show you what happens if I do that with a really fast swipe. So I'll start off over here. See? Cuts out right about here. Now, do that several times to repeat the issue. And if I do that slowly again, if I start from here and I do it slowly, it doesn't happen. If I do it quickly, the issue comes up. You can see with my crosshair, the little green dot right here on the screen. See? Fast swiping. I'm not lifting my mouse at all off of the mouse pad. Cloth pad, rubber bottom. So it's not an issue with what I'm using. If you had an office desk, maybe that could be the cause of the issue, but I've ruled out everything except for a bad sensor. So, or rather, not a bad sensor, perhaps the sensor works fine. It's just that the quality of sensor that is used in this mouse is inherently negative,